I shall be talking about personal values and organizational ethics. These days, it seems that many individuals are leaving high paid corporate positions to pursue a more meaningful career. For these people, finding a job that's emotionally rewarding is a top priority and is far more important than financial gains. While the concept of meaningful work is obviously different for everyone, it can almost always be linked to an individual's personal values. Now, what are these values? In the words of social psychologist Milton Rokeach, a value may be defined as, quote, an enduring belief that a specific mode of conduct or end state of existence is personally or socially preferable to an opposite or converse mode of conduct or end state of existence, unquote. In other words, a value represents a judgment by an individual that certain things are good or bad, important or unimportant, and so forth. As such, values serve a useful function in providing guidelines or standards for choosing one's own behavior and for evaluating the behavior of others. Coming to personal values. Values are such an intrinsic part of a person's life and thought that he tends to take them for granted unless they are questioned or challenged. He acquires them very early in life. They are transmitted to him through his parents, teachers, and other significant persons in his environment, who in turn would have acquired their values in a similar fashion. Sociologist Maurice Massey has described three major periods during which values are developed. So we have the imprint period, the modeling period, and the socialization period. The imprint period is up to the age of 7, where we are like sponges absorbing everything around us and accepting much of it as true, especially when it comes from our parents. The confusion and the blind belief of this period can also lead to early formation of trauma and other deep problems. The critical thing here is to learn a sense of right and wrong, good and bad. This is a human construction which we nevertheless often assume would exist even if we are not there. Second is the modeling period. Between the ages of 8 and 13, we copy people, often our parents, but also others. Rather than blind acceptance of their values, we are trying them on like a suit of clothes to see how they feel. At this age, we may be impressed with religion or our teachers. You may remember being particularly influenced by a junior school teacher who seemed so knowledgeable, even more so than our parents. So we actually are modeling ourselves after a role model. Then next is the socialization period. Between the ages of 13 and 21, we are very largely influenced by our peers. As we develop as individuals and look for ways to get away from the earlier programming, we naturally turn to people who seem to be more like us. Other influences at these ages include the media, especially those parts which seem to resonate with our values and the values with the peer groups. So what we see is that personal values are formed by the time we are 21 years of age. Now, personal values and organizational behavior has a very strong link. So personal values represent an important force in the organizational behavior for several reasons. In fact, at least 3 purposes are served by the existence of personal values in organizations. So we see that values serve as standards of behavior for determining a correct course of action. Values serve as guidelines for decision making and conflict resolution. And thirdly, values serve as an influence on employee motivation. Next, coming to organizational values. Organizational values describe the core ethics or principles which the company will abide by no matter what. They inspire employees' best efforts and also constrain their actions. Strong, clearly articulated values should be a true reflection of your organization's aspirations for appropriate workplace behavior and play an important role in building a positive culture at the organization. Employees often rate the company's mission, culture, and values as the most important factor in determining how they perceive their employer. Companies which demonstrate a coherent set of ethical principles are more likely to be profitable and stand the test of time. Having clarity in the values will also help the organization attract the right people, whether they be employees, customers, collaborators, and of course will also increase their loyalty, focus, trust, and cooperation. Now, organizational values and personal values are much the same in the fact that they both are markers of identity, acting as guiding principles for what is done and said. However, while personal values are for an individual to uncover, company values are consciously chosen and preset. Ideally, they function as a force of unity, creating a healthy working environment in which everyone works towards a common goal. A misalignment of values amongst the employees can seriously damage working relationships and productivity as the common purpose is jeopardized. Business will therefore look for people who share the company values. There are some common workplace values that most companies look for, and these include honesty and integrity, strong work ethics, and professionalism. The company website, social media pages, and job advertisements all hold valuable information about organizational values through the language that is used and the posts that are shared. Now, because organizational values are important and organizational behavior is affected by the personal values, it is also important to reconcile divergent values and to modify certain values. Now, strategists have to reconcile divergent values and modify values if necessary. A typical case of value divergence may arise while setting objectives and determining the precedence of different objectives. One group of strategists, say maybe a coalition, is interested in production-oriented objectives such as standardization and mass production, while another group may stress marketing-related objectives such as product quality and small lot production. Now, these interests may be legitimate in the sense that they arise from their functional bias. However, it is for the CEO now to reconcile the divergent values of the production and the marketing departments. Modification of values is frequently required for strategy implementation. A particular strategy, say of expansion, may be suboptimal if existing values do not conform to these requirements. In such cases, the modification of values is necessary. Now we have certain steps which may be used for reconciling values. First, considering values and ethics in recruitment and selection to ensure compatibility of the character traits of potential employees to the ethical system of the organization is very important. Second, incorporating the statement of values and code of ethics into employee training and educational programs. Third, we should have example setting by top management in terms of actions and behaviors that reinforce the values. Fourth, communication of values in the code of ethics through wide publicity and explanation of compliance procedures is again an important step. Fifth, constant monitoring of compliance by superior staff and top management is necessary. Sixth, consistent nurturing of values within the organization through their integration into policies, practices, and actions is a prerequisite. And seventh, paying special attention to those parts of the organization that are susceptible to ethically sensitive activities such as purchase and procurement, dealing with government and other external agencies. The last step is very important to ensure that values are adhered to, they are followed, and they are respected in the organization. Now, the next question which arises is that why is it important to align personal values with organizational values? So, we have a number of pointers which tell us why exactly is it important. So, we talk about better teamwork and work relationship. It is a fact that people who share the same values with the company tend to work together much better compared to those who have conflicting interests. While having the same values doesn't always mean having the same personalities or attitudes with other people. However, it helps in building great working relationships because these people carry the same goals, intentions, and passion. Thus, they are able to relate to each other better and can communicate their ideas and opinions more openly and honestly. There will be lesser conflict or maybe no conflict at all. Therefore, we have a team which is nurtured and which has passionate people who are eager to work hand in hand for the best of the organization. Second is increased productivity and commitment. When personal values align with the company's core values, employees are happier and more inspired to do their job. There is an inner motivation that fuels their drive to complete the task at hand because they know that their contribution has a positive impact on the overall success of the company. Thus, they feel more dedicated not just to show up, but most importantly, to actually perform. Many would even perform beyond what's expected of them as a result of being inspired and motivated, which then automatically leads to increased productivity and honest commitment. Third, we talk about improved employee decision making. Having a clear set of values can help the employees understand what does the company stand for. Employees who understand their mission, vision, and values are better in making decisions to achieve the company's vision and goals. Thus, having a set of well-defined company values provides a moral direction to guide the employees in difficult times. In a volatile environment of rapid technological, environmental, and societal changes, this definitely is a much needed constant. Next is greater motivation and satisfaction. We definitely work more effectively when we believe in what we are doing. So, if our goal is aligned with our goal values, the thought of it will definitely trigger a positive gut feeling. That feeling is what will keep the person plowing ahead until they have actually nailed it. And when one feels good about one's work, career, and employer, the individual will be able to achieve a far greater motivation, success, and happiness. Then we can attract and retain the top talent at the company. Company values are extremely important for talent attraction and retention. Companies which have well defined values benefit from hiring talent who fit their company culture. As a consequence, they have a lower employee turnover rate. And last but not the least, achieve greater success. When a company employs people who support their mission, vision, and workplace values, both employer and employees achieve greater success because they set the same goals and focus on the same end result. When they lay down the same priorities, they know the things which are right and they do it in order to move forward in the right direction. Now, after talking about personal values and organizational values, we come to the last aspect, which is the moral components of corporate strategy. We can identify 5 competitive strategies common to companies that are successful and ethical on a sustained basis. First is define the values and organizational ethics. Commitment to ethical practices and the values of the organization adheres to should be clearly defined. How the ethical stance of the company benefits the customers needs to be made apparent for them to understand. The moral components the company stands by should be a part of what distinguishes it in the marketplace. However, this can happen only when the organizational values and ethics are well articulated and defined. Then, the company needs to provide a sound product or service. While this seems obvious, the customer is often the forgotten player when it comes to ethics. Talking about customers seems dull compared to talking about global warming or genetically designed food. However, unless the company provides good value to its customers, ethics is not a part of its business strategy. In ethics, it all starts with a good value proposition for customers. Next, we need to choose our business partners carefully. Doing business ethically also means choosing business partners that do business ethically. It is widely recognized that managing relationships with business partners is a key to competitive success today. An ethics strategy and a good business strategy converge, with both requiring a careful look at business partners, although through somewhat different lenses. Then, we need to know how to manage the moments of truth. Jan Carlson, former CEO of SAS Airlines, used the phrase moments of truth to describe those times when the employees of a company have direct contact with its customers. These moments of truth can help win the battle of customer loyalty if the customers are treated fairly in each of such moments. The same can be said for ethics. If everyone in the company treats the company's stakeholders ethically, each time an employee has a direct contact with them, the company will earn a lasting reputation for being ethical. However, this will only happen if each and every employee knows the ethical expectations the company has from them. Then, we need to evaluate the business opportunities ethically. Now, what we see is that there are times when a business opportunity seems very lucrative and is very interesting, and therefore, without evaluating it well, we directly jump and take that opportunity. The time to exercise ethical judgment is when an opportunity is being considered, as opposed to when it has already been adopted. Pursuing an ethics strategy is as complex as pursuing any other strategy that depends on an intangible value, whether it be excellence, superior customer service, or innovation. However, it does not exclude these other strategies. What it does take is the ability to integrate ethics into a competitive strategy that is otherwise sound. In other words, ethics is like any other important corporate value. It won't show up unless efforts are made to show it up. Finally, we can conclude that it is insufficient to say that ethics and integrity are part of the values of an organization. The ethics which are valued